So we're painted. Have a nice accent wall over here. You see the heaters, those things work fantastic. I gotta tell you a story about these. Really good story, real quick. So we have a company that services our air conditioning systems, our heating systems, all that stuff. And I call them up and I say, hey, I need a couple of mini splits. Would you come over and give me a quote? So they sent the guy over. Now, these are Mr. Cool mini splits. They cost a little over $3,000 each, so $7,000, okay? Retail. So the guy comes over and says, yeah, $38,000.
What?
Yeah. So I'm like, really? So how about you don't ever come back and forget about our service contracts and all that, you know? So two complete amateurs, installed these in one afternoon. So, and we spent about $7,000 instead of $38,000. So interesting story. But anyway, we have our accent color. We have our beautiful sign up there. They have all our nice Savannah colors that I like, nice and relaxed. And we're trying to put the garage back together. We can't bring the rest of the cars in here yet. These two poor cars are filthy because they had to live in here during the construction. The other ones are still in the other garage getting dented, but we can't bring them in here until we can clean up, and we can't clean up right now. It's 19 degrees outside. That's 19. And the place is full of sheetrock dust and filth. And the only way we're going to be able to clean this is if we open the garage doors, take a pressure washer, and just wash the whole thing out. Can't do that with 19 degrees. So there's a lot, you know, that we can't do right now. But we've started putting our outlets covers in and light switch covers. Obviously the heat is in. Our sign is up. I installed these hi-hats underneath here today, so they're nice.
Can you show us that?
Yeah, they're right here.
Hold on, I have to walk towards you.
So, you know, they dim and all that good junk, you know. And you can see the spackling because, you know, the sheetrock guys, you know, don't always hit the boxes right. Well, we have to put in the new steps. You know, these are just temporary steps here. We already have our spot for our jukebox. That's on order. That arrives March. Brand new jukebox. Okay. That comes in March.
Tell us more about that.
It's just a jukebox. It's a place, actual 45s. It's made by the last remaining company that makes jukeboxes, Rockola. It's an American company. They've been around for, I don't know, 100 years. And they're making us a custom-made one. It's a bubbler. It's really beautiful. So that's coming. We're going to be putting in a Coca-Cola refrigerator. We're going to be building in a diner counter here with the round stools. We already have an 85-inch TV. For this area here, that's sitting down in a library back at the house. Need to get seating. Need to put steps, like I said, final steps in there. Got to do a railing up here. And, you know, I was going to put a railing out here, and I may still do that, but I'm not sure now. And the reason is, if I put a railing out here, it's going to block up the sign. And nothing is going to be up here unless it's something for display. So now I'm inclined to think that maybe I'll put the railing back there just to prevent people from being able to walk out on a ledge. And then I'll just use the ledge for display. I don't know, but maybe, you know. I don't want to block up the sign because it looks really cute. We have another sign that goes underneath here. It's a diner sign. We didn't get that up yet. But yeah, it's coming along. There's a lot. We have our nice fans with the pretty lights, you know.
Hold on, I have to do gymnastics here. Those are really beautiful.
So yeah, it's coming. Jason and I figured out how to insulate these doors. This is a test run, but it works fantastic. So once it gets warm someday, we will take the test run out and we'll actually do the job properly, and we'll do that door as well. So then that will be nice. And these things, these Mr. Cool mini splits, they're everything they say they are. So don't be afraid to buy them and put them in. You can do it. It's not complicated. Oh, by the way, the $38,000 the AC guys wanted, that did not include putting in the pedestal for the compressors outside, because we wanted them raised off the snow, or the electrical work. No, that was just to hang it on the wall, push the hose outside, and connect it. Anyway, don't hesitate buying these Mr. Cool units. They work, it's 19 degrees outside. It's 74 degrees in here, and they're not even running now because they're at temperature, you know. So they work absolutely beautiful. They're super easy to install. You definitely can do it yourself. Just follow the instructions.
Yep, and get it all up to code. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I highly recommend them. We still have to finish making our little inserts for our windows. These are temporary because the windows let a lot of heat out. But when I do this, as soon as I do this, that loss stops going. So there's a lot to do. I'm going to guess that's probably a good 4 months, 4 warm months worth of work in here. When I say months, you know, we're talking about nights and weekends, right? But it's got to be warm. When it's cold like this, there's so much you can't do, you know, because you can't open the doors, you can't bring equipment in, you can't, you know. But yeah, sometime late spring, early summer, hopefully we should be done with, I guess we'll keep calling it the construction. Obviously the construction's over, but you know, I want to put speakers up there. We bought a Roku for the TV. It's got speakers that are, you know, I'm going to go in the ceiling. The jukebox can talk to all those speakers. So all of that has to be done. Every one of those things sounds wonderful, but it takes time to do.
What about the floor? That's the other major thing left.
The floor, I haven't even figured out what exactly I'm going to do with the floor, but that's a big job. And again, that can't be done unless we can open the doors. So, so yeah, you know, floorboard molding has to go in. You know, just the molding alone in a building this size is a tremendous amount of work. So we'll see. But so we'll call it construction still, but we're sort of working our way towards the pretties, as I call them, right? You know, once you start putting in jukeboxes and TVs, you know.
That's cosmetic.
Yeah, you know. So, and decorating. And then, of course, the next phase after that will be decorating, right? Banners and signs and all that. And that, God knows how long that's going to take because you don't just buy those. You have to go to flea markets and car shows, and you find them one at a time, you know.
And finding the 45s is not going to be easy because we don't want scratched out old 45s in somebody's pickup truck.
Yep.
We want the real ones.
Yeah, the jukebox plays, it's a real jukebox from the old days. It plays 45s. It also has Bluetooth, so you can take an MP3 player and shoot, you know, music at it. But when you run it, it'll actually load up a 45, spin it, you know, all that stuff. Very good. So anyway, that's where we are. I hope you're enjoying this. Keep coming back, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.